So today we're going to be learning how to do a Nearpod. You're going to type in Nearpod, so Nearpod.com, and once you get there, just stop. Okay, so as a student, you don't need to have an account. I have an account because I'm creating the assignment, so I will click on My Nearpod, and then it'll give me an option to create my own lesson or to use a lesson that I've already done. So I will be doing one on civics. So as a teacher, I will be clicking on Live Lesson, and then it'll give me a code. So my students will type in a code right here where it says enter code, and that will connect them to my live lesson. So go ahead and do that for me. And then click the arrow. Perfect. So once that screen happens, you'll type in a name that you want to go by. I always like to double check my students' names to make sure they're keeping it appropriate. Okay, so this is how Nearpod works. I am in control right here. So if I want to change the slide or if I want to do anything of that sort, I control their screen. So we're going to be learning about civics today. So what is a census? A census gathers information about members of a given population. So this runs kind of like a PowerPoint, but then I can add activities. So this is an open-ended question. So Carly's just gonna type something random right here, so just for the sake of time. So her response when she hits submit will pop up right here. So if I had multiple students enrolled, it would say Carly, it would say James, blah, 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 would be right here, and then it'll tell me when they answer. I'm the only one that can see all the answers. It'll tell me a participation rate, so if I have 30 students in class and only 15 of them have submitted an answer, I'll only have a 50% participation rate. If her answer is really good, which it's not, we're gonna click share, and it'll share this answer with others, okay? It'll pop up on their screen when everybody's turned theirs in. I can unshare it and pull it away. We'll move on to our next slide. Now we have a quiz. I can put in up to 4 options, and I'll have a question. So what was England's most significant document of the 13th century? This screen shows it on a student end. This will show it on a teacher's end. So she has a question. She's gonna click on the answer and hit submit. And then it'll take a sec, and it should show up on mine. If it's all green, that means everyone got it 100% correct, and then it'll show a ratio based on how students did. You can see a most commonly answered answer. So we'll go to the next slide. Then I have information, an open-ended question again. So she'll type something random. And then it'll take a second. Maybe. So there it is. It popped up. It does take a minute. I can share her answer yet again. So we'll keep going through this because I put in some different activities. So now she has a fill in the blank. So she'll drag answers from down here up to the boxes, and I have the correct answers right here. And this is just a way to do like an informal check when students are learning. Go for it, hit done. 5 out of 5 correct answers, it gives them instant feedback. Go ahead and close that. All right, and it will tell me right here, Carly is doing that, so excellent job. All right, this is just a study guide. You can attach a web page if you really wanted to, so I attached the civics study guide and a Federalist versus Anti-Federalist worksheet. So that just shows that you can add more information, you can provide web links, videos, etc. All right, sorry, next one. All right, same thing, you have all of your information just running like a PowerPoint, and then you have a quiz. And I'll show you some other things that we can add in.
Okay.
So she'll answer that one. This one is a 2-question quiz. You can obviously do more. All right, her answers have been submitted, and they'll pop up here, and it'll still show me how everyone did. You can add different backgrounds. You can take pictures from Google. So now Carly's going to do a memory test. Good luck. And this just adds a little fun. You know, wow. She's actually never seen this before. So it just adds some interest for students so they're not just sitting there reading slides off PowerPoint. Okay, so then we'll move on. more notes, and then she has a quiz. You can add, and I'll show you the different activities you can add here in a minute. So just pick something. All right, so at this point, it'll show that Carly got both incorrect. That's okay, she's just guessing. All right, and then you can share that. It won't say personal names, it won't say Carly got 2 of those incorrect, but it'll show the class, okay, maybe that's something we need to work on. Right, open-ended question, we'll skip through that because we've already seen that. And I really like to add different backgrounds and things like that. So she has an open-ended question again, open-ended again. Now drawing the Second Amendment that has to do with the right to bear arms. Okay, so Carly's gonna go through and she's gonna draw a gun. Good luck. But yeah, like I said, this is just something interesting. So students can have different ways to see things, different ways to learn things. All right, so she's gonna submit her drawing. And then we're awaiting my student's drawing. You can click on this. I can share it with the group. So if I'm like, wow, Carly did an awesome job, then I can share it, usually. Yep, there you go. And I can unshare it when I'm ready. And then if I had more students, I could obviously go through all of theirs. Open-ended questions. So I have a lot of quizzes in this one, a lot of open-ended ones, but I threw in a drawing, so we're at the end of my slides, and then I can add a new activity. So I can either add web content, so I can attach a hyperlink. I can do another draw it, and then true or false, and then other open-ended questions, okay? So that is how I use Nearpod in my lessons. I think it's super important that kids are interacting. I also think it's important that I'm controlling what they can see. So I know that they're on the same page as me and one kid's not on slide 1 while I'm on slide 16. So I think it's a really good way to keep everyone on the same page and to make sure that they're interacting, because it tells me your name, it tells me if you're doing it, and it tells me if you're getting it correct. So it's instant feedback in an informal way for the teacher. So that is Nearpod. Thank you.